Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another daily video. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how Ubisoft is rampaging through their own developers. As always, I'm going to share every article that I'm going to show you in the description box down below, and we're going to start with GameIndustry.biz, written by John Hicks. Ubisoft lays off 55 roles at Massive and Ubisoft Stockholm as cost-cutting continues. Follows completion of voluntary redundancy process announced last year, work continues on The Division 3. I do believe that because The Division 2 and Rainbow Six Siege, until the hacking debacle, basically kept Ubisoft alive. And we still don't know anything. Yves Guillemot, CEO of Ubisoft, he still hasn't spoken out about the hacking disaster. I'm still going to tell that every time we're talking about Ubisoft until he speaks up. Ubisoft has announced staff cuts at its Swedish studio, with 55 jobs expected to be lost at Massive Entertainment and Ubisoft Stockholm. The news follows the announcement of a voluntary redundancy program in 2025, which GameIndustry.biz understands had some take-up, but additional steps were deemed necessary following a mapping of the future roadmap. So this was basically just, dude, we have to cut about 80, 90 people or so. Let's just see how many people go voluntarily. And then we will fire the rest. An internal email said that the job losses were not related to performance issues and the long-term direction for the studios remains unchanged. Yeah, buddy, sure. Massive will continue to work on the Division franchise and its expansions, with development continuing on the Division 3 and the Survivors extraction shooter mode for the Division 2. There's going to be an extraction shooter for Division 2? Why? Why? Oh my god. Okay, let's move on. Only this week, a Ubisoft producer promised that the Division 3 would have as big an impact as the Division 1, although the game has yet to be shown to the public. I do like the initial story of the Division. I was a Tom Clancy fan. I read the books. This is how I also learned English, not only because of video games, but I just loved the Rainbow Six games back in the day so much that the story was great and I wanted to know more. So I read the Rainbow Six novels as a kid. Was it good for me? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The future will tell. But yeah. The same email also stated that the studios are also working on an unannounced innovative tech project and will play a central role in the development of the Snowdrop game engine and Ubisoft's player network Ubisoft Connect. Yeah, how well is that going for you? I don't know. Let's just look at Rainbow Six Siege. Snowdrop has been used for other Ubisoft titles, including Star Wars Outlaws, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and the upcoming Splinter Cell title being developed at Ubisoft Toronto, which had its own layoffs in 2024. Yeah, because Star Wars Outlaws and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora did so good. Yeah. This is not a slight against the engine. The Snowdrop engine, as far as I'm aware of, runs fine. Star Wars Outlaws, however, has a lot of issues bug-wise. I don't know if they patched it, and honestly, I do not care. It's Ubisoft's second round of job cuts this year, and we're just 2 weeks into this year, by the way. Following its closure of mobile studio Ubisoft Halifax last week, with the loss of 71 jobs. That team, which led development of Assassin's Creed Rebellion, had formed what was the company's only American workforce union in December. I also have an article about that one, so we will talk about that in a moment. The company announced the planned loss of 60 jobs at fellow European developer Redlink's home of the Trials series in October. Wait, what? I have to look that up. Trials. Oh god, I forgot the name. Wait, I have it in my library. Not games. Trials. No, I don't know. What is the Trials series? I accidentally went to Trails of Cold Steel in my mind, but that's not it. Yeah, it doesn't matter right now. Still 60 jobs lost. Ubisoft has been in cost-cutting mode for the last 3 years, cancelling multiple titles and laying off hundreds of staff. It is in the process of restructuring itself into new business units called creative houses. Yeah, we already know that one. Oh, it's already being told here. Following a major investment from long-term backer Tencent into a new entity called Vantage Studios that will serve as the home of the Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six, and Far Cry franchises, with other creative houses being formed to handle the company's other brands and operations. The company has previously said these will be announced this month. Okay, I'm excited, cautiously optimistic, but I'm not. I don't think this will help. The company recently acquired a new studio and unreleased MOBA from Amazon. Wait, really? Reuniting it with the development team largely composed of senior figures who'd work on previous Ubisoft titles. Huh. Okay, I don't know if I like that one. But yeah, moving on. This article by Insider Gaming, written by Mike Straw, Ubisoft cut nearly 30 jobs at Abu Dhabi studio. The recent run of layoffs at Ubisoft are continuing as the company confirmed that it has let go a number of staff at its Abu Dhabi studio. First reported by game developer, 29 people have been let go by Ubisoft. In a statement, Ubisoft confirmed the layoffs took place last year and says it was based on a decision made in November. In November, Ubisoft made the difficult decision to restructure its Abu Dhabi mobile studio, discontinuing some projects in order to focus on Growtopia, they told game developer. As a result, this change impacted 29 team members. So, their mobile games are trash. It's just as simple as that. The next article I'm going to show you is also another mobile game. We remain deeply grateful for their contributions and are providing support to them throughout the transition. In addition to the layoffs at the Abu Dhabi studio, Ubisoft has recently closed its Halifax location. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that now. Okay, let's go to this one. Again, written by Mike Straw, CWA union met with Ubisoft, says company brought nothing, which is really interesting. The studio surrounding the recent closure of Ubisoft Halifax continues to get messier. Just one day after filing a legal complaint with the Nova Scotia Labour Board, CWA Canada, the union representing 61 of the 71 employees let go by Ubisoft revealed that they met with the company on Wednesday. However, the meeting, they say, resulted in no progress. We are at 145 people right now being laid off by Ubisoft. CWA says Ubisoft came without documents. In a statement provided to Insider Gaming, CWA President Carmel Smythe said that the meeting on Wednesday morning was disappointing. Ubisoft came to the table with nothing, she said. No documentation proving financial distress and no plan to find work at other Ubisoft operations or increase severance. Which is terrible that they don't bring anything to the table, by the way. She added that they brought up the concern of those being out on parental leave being told that they wouldn't qualify for the proposed 2-month severance pay. What? But instead of any progress towards a solution, Ubisoft reportedly told the union they will send their ideas on Friday. So tomorrow. It was frustrating, Smith said. The lack of preparation, along with the fact that they gave no advance notice of the closure, makes us question their intentions and their commitment to treating people fairly. We continue demanding real information and to get the answers and the compensation you deserve after 10 years with the company. Damn, this one here parental leave being told that they wouldn't qualify for the proposed 2-month severance pay. What? This is disgusting. This is really, really vile. Dude, I have no words for this. I can't use the words I want to. Damn it. In addition to the statements on the meeting, the union sent a release claiming that Ubisoft received nearly 1 billion Canada $908,000 million, in government tax credit subsidized from 2020 through 2025. What? Insider Gaming has reached out to Ubisoft for comment. Okay, this one never happened. They will not answer you. They got $1 billion as subsidies from the government, and they're oh my god, and they're still laying off people. They're still struggling financially. I mean, of course they do struggle financially when upper management just pockets so much money and have their golden parachutes, and then we have all the crappy games, because now we can talk about it. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Steam. I know this is just one platform, blah blah blah. Whenever the Assassin's Creed Shadows apologists come flooding. Yes, this is just one platform. But this is the graph, probably, I'm extrapolating right here, on all the other platforms. On Switch 2, it runs bad. It is an ugly piece of tech. And also it's a game keycard, so that's also a big no-no there. Then, on PS5 and Xbox, it probably looks the same. We have here, just look at this, it goes continuously down. We have here probably some updates they made to the game, some events and so on. Wasn't here in November, was that the Attack on Titan thingy? Or was it here, 8th of December? Wait, what was 8th of December? When was this? 50%? 11th of December was the 50% cut to pricing. Yeah, that one here makes sense. Maybe people bought the game, but god damn it. Then we have Star Wars Outlaws. Just look at this. This was the peak. 3,397 people played it on Steam. Again, on Switch 2, it looks like garbage and it has issues. We all know that. There is no disguising it. There is a spike here in the end of last year with 3,380 people. It didn't even reach this spike, whatever this one here was. Was that a big patch or whatever? But only probably because on the 6th of December, it was down 70% in the price. And still, the 70 euro price is horrendous. And then, it's not just Star Wars, by the way. We can say, oh yeah, but because this will be another goalpost for the Star Wars Outlaws apologists, because they're the same as the Shadow apologists and the Ghost of Yotei apologists. They will say, yeah, but Star Wars is dying. Star Wars is doing so bad right now. And yeah, sure. But this is Star Wars: The Old Republic. It is still a game that's been played to this day. And you can see, wait, 3,400, let's be generous here. We will put 3 people more onto this one. We have players right now almost 4 times. The 24-hour peak is 5,552 people. It's just as simple as that. And this game is old. Yes, it says here, when was it? Steam release 2020, which is absolutely not true. I played this back in the day when I was still a Games Workshop employee. This game was released October 21st, 2008. And people are still playing it, so it's not a Star Wars issue. that Star Wars Outlaws is doing bad. It's a Ubisoft issue. It's a virtue signaling issue, and there is so much more behind that one. Ubisoft is just making bad games as of late. I have no hopes for the Black Flag remake. I have no hopes for Assassin's Creed Hexe. I have no hopes for anything they're doing right now. And this comes from someone who loved Ubisoft games. I also have no hopes for Prince of Persia, the remake, because every character looks like they've been lying out in the sun without sunscreen, and now they just look like an old leathery wallet. But yeah, what are your thoughts on all of this? Is Ubisoft right at, firing 145 people, almost 150 people, just laying off, and even the ones on parental leave without the severance pay? That one is the worst, man. Again, this is so vile. This is mustache twirling cartoon villain stuff that they're doing right there. God damn it, man. Oh, yeah, please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more video game news every day. And by that, I of course mean like and subscribe. And if you want, you can share this video with your friends. And please turn off YouTube's restricted mode. Otherwise, have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you, hopefully later, in our Resident Evil 7 stream, or tomorrow with the next video. Bye, bye, bye!